How's it going, everybody? For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Sierra Nevada Narwhal, an Imperial Stout. So here we have a very special seasonal brew from Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. This is their Narwhal, and this is something that I've been wanting to try and find for quite some time now. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the much more rare and sought-after bourbon barrel-aged version of this stout. But nonetheless, when I actually got this when I made a beer run to Dallas, and nonetheless, this is one of the three items that I went there mainly looking for. So I was glad to pick up a 4-pack of this stuff. So this is one of their much more high-quality specialty brews. A lot of their stuff comes in like 6-packs, and some of even 12-packs, maybe even 24-packs. I'm not sure on their pale ale, because they probably got one of the most famous pale ales in America, I would imagine. But then they have their specialty stuff like Hoptimum, this being another one, their Narwhal. So just to give you a little bit of information, it says Sierra Nevada Narwhal 2014 release. Comes in at 10.2% alcohol by volume, so it's a very massive, strong beer. You're probably going to be feeling quite a strong buzz after drinking just one of them. And the commercial description on the back says, inspired by the mysterious creature that dwells in the deepest Arctic seas, Narwhal Imperial Stout is midnight black and bold, with notes of baker's cocoa and dark roasted coffee. This massive Imperial Stout is incredibly complex and explores the darkest depths of malt flavor. Sounds pretty good. So I'm going to be drinking this out of my Duvel snifter glass today. I just pulled this out of the fridge. It's quite cold still, so it's probably going to need some time to warm up, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste now just to see how it is when it's cold. Every once in a while you come across a stout that doesn't really need time to warm up. It just tastes great right out of the fridge. So I'm going to take this cap off carefully because it actually says Narwhal on the cap, and that's pretty cool because usually it's just the brewery name. This is actually the name of the beer. I'm very excited to try this beer. Alright. I can smell malt flavor from here. Nice. Pours a very dark brown, almost pitch black. I'm going to just pour this straight down the center. Now look at that. That looks awesome. Very, very aggressive pour. Gave me about 2 fingers of nice dark tan head. It's getting close to the point of burnt caramel. Not quite. It's medium to medium high thickness and creaminess, but the bubbles in it are quite huge. Paired with the fact that the bubbles are big and the alcohol is so high, this head is not going to stick around very long, I can tell you that much. Holding it up into the light is really pointless because it's pitch black, as you can see in the glass. It almost poured out pitch black from the bottle, just very dark brown. Let's go ahead and give it a smell. Big amounts of malt. And definitely some bittersweet chocolate there also. There's a little bit of sweetness to the chocolate too. I'm actually picking up a fairly large amount of alcohol with this, even though it's so cold. I'm still getting some alcohol. And just some darker fruits like prune, raisin, maybe even dates. Not a bad smell. I have a feeling the smell is being shut down a little bit because of the temperature. But let's go ahead and give it a taste now and see what Narwhal is all about. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. A lot of alcohol on that. Very warming as it goes down. Really long development. After it's well down, lovely notes of coffee. Almost spiced coffee, like very lightly spiced coffee, come through. Yeah, it even has like a bit of like a kind of biscotti, cookie sort of bready sweetness to it. That's really good aftertaste. Up front, Bit of a carbonation bite. Almost some dark Belgian ale tones up front. That's kind of mixing in with those dark fruits, which go hand in hand with a dark Belgian or a quad anyway. Carbonation bite, lightly sweet, dark fruits up front, in the key of a dark Belgian or a Belgian quad, like almost some wine-ish, grape-ish sort of notes that are sort of intermingling with the plum, the prune, and the raisin. And then those fade into a lot of alcohol. A lot of alcohol. Your bittersweet chocolate and your malt. And then well on in development, after that warm, almost spiced coffee sort of opens back up again. So it's like medium sweet, lots of alcohol, bitterness, back into sweet again. Really interesting development on this. I do have a feeling that the temperature is going to affect it. As it stands now, it's a pretty damn good stout, but I want to give this one time to warm up to see what it does. So we'll do that for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. This has probably been sitting for like 15, maybe even 20 minutes now. And it is slightly chilled. The smell on it, a lot more savory sides of those dark fruits are starting to open up with some more alcohol there also. I'm even starting to get some things like really light touches of vanilla. Almost some like milky creaminess with the alcohol, like a Bailey's Irish Cream sort of smell going on. And a lot of that like vanilla cookie breadiness is starting to open up in the aroma now. It's really good. You can make a candle out of that. It's almost like creme brulee vanilliness. I don't know. Creme brulee vanilla notes. Really good smell on that. Let's give it a taste and see how the warming period has changed its flavor. Not near the carbonation bite up front. A lot more dark fruits up front with the alcohol. The sweet fruits up front and the alcohol don't seem so separated now, like there's one and then the other as a development. It just seems all kind of run together now, so it's more like wine, like a plum raisin, fig, sort of grapish, black grapish wine sort of note up front, which is interesting since this is a stout, but it's good. And then that tails into sweet, biscotti kind of cookie breadiness, coffee. A lot of the chocolate has been lost in the taste, but that's okay, because a lot of the bitterness has rounded off, and it's just overall kind of more like a sweet dessert style, almost like milk stout kind of flavors going on now, which I don't mind. Yep. A lot of that bitterness has gone away with letting it warm. Now it's like wine up front, and then just nice coffee and biscotti in the back. It's fantastic. So, as far as a rating goes, it's going to have to be pretty high up there for me. I think for how unique the tastes are, because it's almost like you're getting a Belgian quad and a dessert stout all in one, and those are two of my most beloved beer styles. I'm going to give this a 9.2 out of 10, just for how unique it is. I've never had a beer with development, or a stout with developing flavors like that. Every once in a while you kind of come across these beers where it seems like they literally just take two styles and just Frankenstein them together, and that's almost how this tastes, but in a good way. Professionally done, obviously. Belgian quad and dessert style milk stout, man, that's awesome. But enough with enough strong flavors and kick to let you know with those stout qualities, that's definitely an Imperial milk stout, not just a bland little basic milk stout. So anyway, that has been Sierra Nevada's Narwhal. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Highly suggest you guys go out and get some while the winter months last, because that is when this stuff is released. If you find the bourbon barrel aged version, man, I would snatch that up if I were you. I would love to taste this bourbon barrel aged. Maybe I will next year. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review as always. Stay tuned for the next one.